Hi all, Duty here for another accessibility overview video. This one's going to be a little bit different. I am doing a non-VR, as you can see, a non-VR accessibility overview for one of my favorite games, being Descenders. And also, I haven't done a non-VR overview in quite a bit. And people don't all play VR games. So, it's important to do these as well. This one's gonna be a bit different than usual because there's not a ton, but there's enough. I would say there is enough. Obviously, you could probably tell I'm using a controller. I'm also using mouse and keyboard. I am playing on PC. This game is on so many platforms. It is on PC. It is on the Xboxes. It is on the PlayStations. I'm pretty sure it's also on the Switch. And it's even got a version on mobile. Yes, it's got a mobile version. This game is everywhere. But I'm on PC. I have played it on console. Obviously, a couple things are going to be a little bit different between this in the terms of settings and what you can do. So we will start with that, obviously. You go into settings, you go here, you have stuff like the controller vibration, you can turn it off, speedrun timer, all that stuff. That's not really what we need to worry about. And all of that. Graphics, typical stuff. Now, obviously, this stuff can actually make people sick, I do believe. Or just cause massive discomfort. Being like the bloom and all God rays and blur and all that crap. So yeah, that is there. Audio, there's really nothing to this game, nothing in specific that you have to hear or any of that. It's basically just music. I am not playing the music because I don't want YouTube to copyright me. But the music is good. It's good, trust me. But also, you can disable your writer being like, yeah, and woo, and all that kind of crap. So, that being out of the way, I don't usually cover languages. I probably should do that, honestly. 17. Yes, 17 different languages in this game. Obviously, most of it is going to be text. But still being able to have 17 flippin' languages is pretty dang good. But yeah, those are all there. Keybinds, obviously, is the main place where we probably want to go. I did have these changed. I tried to put them back to what I thought they were by default. And it's kind of where they are. Z is to accelerate and yada yada yada. Now, when I said they were changed, you can fully rebind these. You can change them to whatever you wish. For the keyboard, pretty sure, yeah, you cannot do controller, sadly. That is the one kind of hiccup with this. You can rebind the keyboard to an extent. You cannot rebind a control or remap a controller, which is a problem if that is something that you need to be able to do. Now, when I said you could rebind the keys to an extent, I mainly am talking about this specifically. If you want to do tricks, it goes with whatever you put as your steer and your lean. So by default, it is the arrow keys on the keyboard. Now, the button or the key being C, you have to hold C and then press one of those arrow keys to do a trick. The C key cannot be changed. Even if you change the tweak key to be able to tweak your bike in the air, which is by default is C on the keyboard, and you need to hold that to be plus the arrow key to be able to do a trick, you can't rebind C when it comes to the tricks. As far as I could tell, it seems to usually be that key. Now, I could be very wrong. You know, let's see. Let's put it as G. And boom. It's still C. It is still C. And you cannot remap that. You cannot rebind that key. Don't know why. It's kind of an oversight. You also cannot rebind, like I said, you can't remap the controller. So left bumper is, of course, the thing on the controller, or L1 if it's a PlayStation controller. And then, yeah, and then you have respawn at start. All those you can I don't believe you can actually remap any of these. The whole shift plus, you might be able to. I don't even listen to the music when I'm playing this, so I do not pay attention to that. Now, with this, on this topic, with this game also being on console, it being on the Xboxes, the PlayStations, the Switch, all of those, whether it's an Xbox One, Xbox Series consoles, either one of them, the S or the X, the PS4, the PS5, or the Switch, all of them have a setting or an app that on the system itself that lets you remap your controller completely. And it does it system-wide for every game as long as you have that setting going. If you need to change your controller stuff and a controller is what you can use, if you have a console, I would say play the game on that. Play this game on that. Because if you need to use the controller and it needs to be able to be changed, you will not be able to do so on PC. You might be able to mess with some stuff on Steam. So I think you can mess with the controller stuff. From what I have tested, it does not end well. It does not end well for me. And so I typically do not do it. I usually do not do it. I do not mess with it. I do not do any of that. And I'm giving you guys a little bit of gameplay as well on top of that, because honestly, that's about it. There's no colorblind modes. There's no subtitles because there's not really any need. Because there's no dialogue at all in this game. It's not there. Except for your guy going, yeah, or what, or bleh, or anything like that. Other than that, there's nothing. But you can play this game if, I don't know, but I will mention it. There are a million, well, okay, not a million, that's exaggerating. But there are a good number of camera angles if you need a different camera angle, more comfortable with it, I will switch them right now. Just hit the Y button on controller, or at least on the Xbox. Triangle, obviously, on PlayStation. I believe it would be the X button on the Switch, because of how their buttons are placed. I don't know, kind of weird. But yeah, you have Pro, you have first person view, otherwise known as helmet cam, you have drone, bull, and back to standard. And that's about it. That's what you have. This game is kind of like a roguelite. I know it doesn't have anything to do with accessibility, but I figured I'd mention it. And yeah, there's, like I said, not much at all. I'm not going to have music in the background for this video, so I am sorry. That's why I'm going to try and talk much as humanly possible. But this game is a lot of fun. It's hard not to completely gloat because or not gloat, or just talk up this game because I love it so much. But yeah, if it does not have anything that you need, oh man. If it doesn't have what you need, because I know the settings are very bare bones, I am sorry. I will say straight up, ignore the game then, because I wouldn't want you spending money or anything like that on a game that you would not be able to play. Now, if you are on Xbox, for example, this game is on Game Pass, so you could play it and give it a shot, try it out. You need to remap your controller? You can, because the Xbox has their accessories app that lets you remap a controller. So, that's all good to go. It is not on PS Plus anymore, sadly. So, if you're on PlayStation, you're pretty much just gonna have to buy the game if you want to test it. I don't even know if you can refund on PlayStation. So if you tested it and you didn't like it or it didn't work out for you, I don't know how you would take care of that. But, and same goes for Switch. PC, obviously you can refund it. Things don't work out. I'm going to finish this little track here, and then that will be the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it helped make a decision if you were thinking about maybe getting this game, trying it out. But even if maybe you weren't, but maybe somebody you know has thought about playing this game, but they didn't know if it would have the settings that they might need, give them either this video or just give them the link to my website, my accessibility website, always at the top of the description, DewdyDoes.com, VR and non-VR accessibility. I put easy access to all of my overviews, setup tutorials for VR stuff, as well as VR and non-VR notes. I'm slowly building up the non-VR notes, trying to do them more often to get them up, but there are a good amount of those and almost 100 sets of VR accessibility notes. I think we're at like 99, so we're pretty dang close to 100 on that. And yeah, you can get to the overview videos on there too. But yeah, hopefully this helps, like I said, and hopefully you have a great rest of your day or night, and I will see you later. All right, bye.